My problems with social media started way back in like 2015, 2016 when I downloaded Instagram for the first time. And I started buying fake followers, bro. Because I see my classmates have more followers than me. They got like 400 or 500 followers. And here I am with my 30 followers, 40 followers. And I feel some type of way because I feel like these dudes are going to my school. My school's not even that big. We have like 500 people in our school, like throughout the grades in total. So if you have 500 followers, that means everyone in your school basically follows you. And I got like 20. And I felt like I should have more followers. I should have like 500 too, if not more. And I really felt like, you know what? Let me go buy some followers real quick. Who's gonna find out anyways? It's not like Instagram tells people like if you follow people. I mean, if you get fake followers or whatnot, right? So there was this app that lets you basically just swipe on a bunch of profiles, and it ends up following you. You end up following them while you swipe on the app, and you end up building up these little coins, and you can trade those coins in to buy more followers where people will swipe on your profile and they end up following you too. And so what I did was I'd do this with thousands of people. I think I got up to like 5,000 followers just at some point, right? And I was also following like a lot more too. I was following like 10,000 people. So to make it look legit, I unfollowed everybody who I followed on the app. So I had like 5,000 followers and I'm following like 100 people on Instagram, right? It's so dumb, but I swear I felt so legit. I felt so I felt like him, bro, honestly, seeing that I have more followers than all my classmates combined. There's not a single person in my school who has more followers than I do. And it's so vain to think about, but you got to remember that I'm 15 years old at the time. Now, it seemed cool in the beginning because I have all these followers and I feel like I'm the most popular person in my school, having all these fake followers that nobody knows about. Problem is, you can't force somebody to like your pictures even if they follow you, right? Same thing with my YouTube channel. I can't force people to watch my videos. And so even though I had all these followers, I'd be getting like 10, 11 likes on my photos, 12 likes, 20 likes. So like the math isn't mathing. I got like something's not adding up. If I got all these followers but I'm not getting likes on my pictures, people are gonna start figuring out like, yo, this dude's a fraud. Like his followers aren't even real. And the most logical thing honestly would have been not to post anything at all. That way, how can you know if I have fake followers or not? If I have no pictures, you can't go. And this was before Instagram let you hide the amount of people who liked your photos. Back then, it will just like tell you how many people liked your photos. So what I did was, rather than deleting all my posts, I downloaded another app that lets you like other people's photos to gain likes on your own photos in return. Going through all these extra steps just to make myself look legit, having fake followers, having fake likes. I'd go and spam comments on other people's photos just so I'd have legit comments on mine. So it didn't look like I have all these likes and followers, but I get like 2 comments per post. So I was going through a lot just to be able to make myself look legit, make myself look like I got status on social media, I got status on Instagram and stuff. But it's not even authentic. You feel so empty doing that eventually I just gave up. Eventually I just got sick and tired of all these games I was playing with myself. So I went ahead and just blocked everyone on that account and then created a new account after that, which y'all can follow, link in the description, right? And even then, after creating this new account, I would delete and download Instagram so many times since then that basically I became known as the guy who would like constantly delete Instagram whenever he's going through something, bro. Like I'd delete Instagram for 3 months, I'd come back for another month, be on there, talk to people and stuff, delete it again for another 3 months, come back 2 months later, and like the cycle would just keep repeating again and again and again. And there was a time where I like officially quit, deleted Snapchat, deleted Instagram, deleted TikTok, deleted every single social media I could think of except for YouTube. And I was basically just done. Just so sick and tired of all this fakeness on these apps. I just didn't want to deal with it anymore, honestly. And that's when I deleted everything for like a year straight. And I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of benefits to deleting social media, but I will say I don't think it's the way. I really do think that you should at least learn how to use the apps to your advantage rather than being used by these apps, rather than You being the product, let these apps be the product. Use these apps to your advantage to actually help you learn and elevate, rather than being used for your pockets. If you have a problem with this app, you could try deleting it. You could try reintroducing it later. What are the benefits of deleting social media? Well, you got more time on your hands. You don't even realize that you're spending hours of your day on social media. Those hours will rack up real quick. You don't even realize how much time you're spending on these apps. Like, go right now, just pause this video, go to your settings app real quick, look at your screen limit, screen time. Like, you don't even realize how much time you're spending on these stupid apps, that you'll rack up 3, 4, 5 hours of screen time on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube combined. 4 hours, bro. You could have used those 4 hours for something else. You could have used those 4 hours to, I don't know, work out, go read, go listen to music or something. I don't know, like, you could have done something actually more useful with those 4 hours, rather than mindlessly scrolling on these apps. If you feel like you have not enough time in the day, have you thought about deleting Instagram? Have you even thought about deleting these apps? That, well, maybe if I do delete these apps, or if I don't use them, I might have more time in the day, and I won't have to struggle with homework. I won't have to struggle with not having enough time to myself, and you are actually more content with your life, right? Another another big thing, is that you are overall just happier in life. You are more at peace in your life. Because what Instagram, I use Instagram a lot because that's really the one that I struggled with the most. Snapchat too, but Snapchat is basically irrelevant now. Instagram, there used to be a time where once you saw all the posts on your feed, it would stop showing you posts, right? And they basically changed it where even after you see all the posts from the people you follow, you watched all the stories from the people you follow, it will start automatically loading up posts from people that you don't follow. Posts that you will probably be interested in because the algorithm is rigged in order to keep your attention. You see a post from your friends, and then the very next post is about Drake beefing with Kendrick Lamar. And it's like, yo, why are they beefing? Let me find out why they're beefing. And then the next post is about the Future dissing Drake, right? You know what I mean? You'll be like, they'll find ways to hook you based on your interests, and they are so smart. Like, I give people who design these apps props, because they're probably one of the smartest people in the world to create an algorithm that will hook you as if they're drugs, bro. They've basically created virtual drugs in order to keep people hooked on these apps. The reason why you're happier without these apps is because you're not getting those instant hits of dopamine. Right? Dopamine is responsible for you having that motivation, having that zest in life to go out and do stuff that motivates you to go and conquer your dreams, conquer your goals, to go and achieve the stuff you want to achieve in this life. When you are constantly being rewarded just for scrolling, it messes up those signals in your brain so that you don't really feel motivated to go and study, go to the gym, go record a YouTube video. Because you get that same level of enjoyment, same level of motivation just to scroll on your phone for 5 hours. And your brain is lazy. Like, you got to realize that people are really one of the laziest animals on the planet. We will go and find the easiest way to make ourselves feel good. It's like the gym, right? Like, how many times have you seen on YouTube or something, this quick 7-minute workout will get you shredded? It has like millions and millions of views, but the actual videos that teaches you how to properly build a physique that's actually going to make you more attractive has like 2,000 views, 100K views max. And it's because nobody wants to do it the hard way that actually rewards them. They want to find the easiest way to get the results they want, because that's just how people are. They are lazy naturally. And so if you can get that same level of enjoyment that you would get from chasing dreams, chasing goals, but instead you just have to scroll on your phone for a couple of hours, well then, that's kind of obvious, isn't it? Like, who would actually choose the first option? And then one of the last things that's really crucial was that you stop comparing yourself. I don't know how many times that I would look at some celebrity, right, riding around in a Lamborghini or something, just flexing like the diamond chains, diamond necklaces and stuff. And I would just look at them and be like, wow, I really wish that was me. I really wish I was him. And it does, I'm not gonna lie, makes you feel some type of way, because you feel entitled, thinking, if he got that, I should have that too. Why don't I have that? Why am I still in school? Why do I have to struggle and get to a place in life to be able to afford that when he already has it, right? You start comparing yourself to other people. It's not even just celebrities. You start comparing yourself to your friends too. There was a time where I'll see people that I've known since high school doing stuff with their lives, and I'm here not doing the things they're doing, even though I understand that they're only showing me the highlights of their lives. They're not really showing me all their struggles. They're only showing like what they want you to see. Even though I understand that, I'm still feeling some type of way, like why is my life not as good as theirs? You see what I mean? Once I deleted Instagram for a year straight, I had zero comparisons in my head up until I downloaded it again, right? Now, those are just like some of the benefits for deleting it. If you want to keep it, you got benefits too. Like, you are more connected around the world when you have social media. Like, people want to like belittle it, saying, well, it's not even real connections, right? Because you're not even actually seeing them, and you have your phone, you can just call them, you can just see them in person. Well, that's true, right? But it's 2024, bro. What person do you know is actually going outside? Everyone is chronically online these days, and you can't hate the game. You just got to learn how to play it. So if everyone is on social media, you got to learn how to use social media to your advantage and socialize with people, bro. Go and connect with people on social media. For a long time, I was telling myself that I really hate the fact that I can't meet people who are similar to me. I can't relate to anybody in real life because everyone is just, nobody's on the same type of timing that I'm on. Nobody actually cares about their lives as much as I care about my life. And it really made it hard for me to connect with people on an emotional level. Like, I'm going to be straight up. If it wasn't for social media, if it wasn't for Instagram, I would not be able to create the connections I've created so far with people who are similar to me. People who have the same values as me, share the same goals and visions as me. Otherwise, I'd be having to be friends with the people I meet in the real world, where 9 times out of 10, I can't connect with anybody my age in the real world. This isn't even me being arrogant or anything. Most people I know don't care about their futures as much as I care about my future. Most people are just preoccupied with getting drunk and faded off during the weekend, then coming back and going to work for the rest of their lives, and they're perfectly happy with that. I have bigger things to be doing with my life than just wasting away getting high all day, bro. And so when it comes to meeting people who are similar to me mentally, emotionally, why would I need to do that in the real world when I can go online and find people similar to me and then link up with them? The quality of people you connect with on social media, or even just in the real world for that matter, is way more important than the quantity of people you connect with. Because I can go and out on the streets, connect with every single person I meet, socialize with them, get to know them, get their numbers, whatever, all that. That means absolutely nothing if they're not actual quality relationship that you're building, right? Because let's be real. Would you rather have 4 quarters or would you rather have 100 pennies? It is much more beneficial for you to have quality friends, quality relationships, quality connections, rather than the quantity of connections. Connected with people who share the same values as you, share the same missions as you, have the same principles as you. You know what I mean? And so it is so difficult for you to go out in the world and find people who are similar to you. You probably can't even connect to people on a personal level in the real world. So why not use social media to your advantage? I've literally found people in my city. My boy Anish, I met him online and we're literally locked in since then, bro. Like, this dude, one of the only people I know in the real world who actually has the same type of goals and ambitions that I do. And so I'm able to connect with him. I'm able to click with him. And that would not have been possible without social media. That would not have been possible without the internet and stuff. And so people, I think it's really stupid for you to not use it to your advantage and just like say, oh, well, I can just go make friends in the real world. Like, go ahead. Good luck with that. Let's see what type of friends you make. Because you can absolutely make friends with hundreds of people. But how many of those people are actually going to stick with you through thick and thin? Are y'all actually friends, or are you just so bored that you need somebody to talk to because you're lonely? Now, one of the other reasons why I think it's so important for you to have social media is the social impact you can have by having a platform online. Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, X, whatever it is, pick your poison. You can choose whichever app you want. They're all the same. We live in a day and age where you can positively impact the lives of thousands of people with your voice alone. With your tweets, with your posts, with your videos, you can change the lives of thousands of people. Do you realize how powerful that is? That I can just post a video online and get thousands of people inspired by me. Thousands of people who want to improve their lives because of me. Back in the day, back like 100 years ago, For you to even know 100 people was difficult enough, because you live in like some small town that only has like a couple thousands of people. You're not interacting with thousands of people on a regular basis. So for you to have the scale and audience that you can have now is astronomical. And if the internet existed 100 years ago, people would be using it to their advantage. So if you're not using it to your advantage to be able to create some sort of social impact, then what are you doing? I know a lot of people don't really care about that. A lot of people would say, why do I care? Why do I need to make a social impact? Well, it's because why not? I truly believe if you want to help yourself, you should absolutely go ahead and help other people. Because whatever you put out into the world will come back to you. People want to use social media for entertainment. They want to use it to troll people. They want to use it to catch up on the NBA games or whatever, right? And that's perfectly valid, right? You can do whatever you want. I don't care. But at the same time, you could also use it as a weapon to positively impact the lives of people around the world. That is powerful. Why would you not want to do that? Why would you not want to be a role model for the people around the world? Because there's people who are struggling just like you. There are people who have battled the same demons as you, or are still battling the same demons that you've battled 5-6 years ago, when you couldn't sleep in your bed because your mind is just filled with these obtrusive thoughts, thinking about whether or not the girl hasn't texted you back, if she likes you or not. There are people who are struggling with the same problems that you've struggled with, and you'd be able to help them, but you don't want to. Like, how many times have you had this hyper specific problem that is, you think it's only unique to you, but you type it out on Google anyways, and you type Reddit at the end of it, and you see someone 8 years ago had the exact same problem as you, and someone else has replied to it. You can be that Reddit guy. You can be that guy on Quora who responds to people's problems, because everyone is basically living the same life. Everyone has all these problems dealing with. Everyone is dealing with these same problems. And why not just make the world a better place by actually helping these people out? That's kind of why I create these videos, because I wish I had this channel when I was growing up. I make these videos directly for my younger self, younger Aman when he was in high school, because I wish I had these videos when I was in high school. But since I can't have it, that doesn't mean other people can't have it either. And so I just make these videos anyways. I know people will benefit from it, so I continue to make them. Do I think it's stupid? Of course. Sometimes I think these videos are stupid as hell. Sometimes I think that I shouldn't even be posting these videos, because you have better things to be doing in your life than watching some dude yap on the internet on how to improve your lives, right? At the end of the day, people are going to watch videos anyways. They might as well be on the right side of YouTube, where they can actually learn and implement something in their lives rather than waste it away. And speaking of learning, do you realize how many different opportunities there are for you to learn and grow on social media? Like, I get my news on TikTok. Let me repeat that one more time. I get my news from TikTok. I don't get it from CBS, ABC, KTLA, whatever, all these different news apps, Fox News, whatever. I don't get my news from them. I get my news from TikTok, because at least TikTok is reliable. Like, it sounds crazy, right? Why would I go to TikTok? Well, it's because TikTok is unbiased. I know if I go on TikTok, I'll get both sides of the argument. I'll see both sides of the war that's going on. I'll see stuff that's going on in like Columbia University, where there was like a terrorist attack that Fox News wasn't going to cover, ABC News wasn't going to cover, but some people, some randoms on TikTok that happen to pop up on my For You page will tell me about it. And I'm like, wow, I really wish the rest of the world would know about this. And I'll just like repost it or whatever. That is the world we've come to now, that you can use social media to learn about the world rather than being fed propaganda to you. Why do you think they're trying to ban TikTok, bro? It's not just because it's ruining your attention span. It's because TikTok is powerful if you know how to use it properly. You can learn a lot of stuff on TikTok. You can learn a lot of stuff on Instagram, a lot of stuff on YouTube. Now it's kind of cringe because you see everyone trying to do the same thing, and everybody has basically shitty advice to give. I'm not going to lie. People's videos suck. There was a time where I used YouTube to do a 360 with my life. YouTube is the reason why I learned how to study properly for exams. I learned how to take care of my mental health. I learned how to take care of my emotional health, my spiritual health, how to talk to girls, how to like talk to normal people, get rid of my social anxiety, stop being depressed. All these different issues, all these different problems that I wish I knew how to like solve them growing up, I learned because of like 3 or 4 guys on YouTube. Imagine where I'd be if YouTube didn't exist. and I had to learn these on my own. I'd probably still be making these mistakes, bro. I'd probably be out on the streets right now, if I'm gonna be honest, if I hadn't had YouTube growing up. So I really do think there are benefits to keeping social media. You just gotta be able to learn to how to use it properly. Because here's the thing, there are a lot of benefits to social media. There are also a lot of negatives to social media. You can have poor mental health because of social media. You can start feeling like you're missing out on life because of social media. You can start feeling like you're not good enough because of social media. But you can limit all these feelings. You can limit how many times you feel like that. And I'm actually going to give you some practical tips, because people will tell you don't use social media. People will tell you to use social media, but they're not going to actually give you any practical advice, right? So step number 1, turn off all your notifications. My phone has been permanently on do not disturb for the past 2 years, almost 3 years at this point. I don't get any notifications, because if you think about it, you are basically giving your attention to these apps for free. Every single time a notification pops up. How many times have you been doing your homework and your phone notifications pop off, and you just robotically turn your head to your left to see like, oh, what's going on? Why am I getting an Instagram notification? And then you open the app to see what this notification is. This girl, I wonder if this girl texted me back. I wonder if someone liked my story. I wonder how many likes I got on my posts. You start like ruminating over like what this notification might be, and then it distracts you from your homework. You see what I mean? Why are you giving your attention away for free? You have important things to be doing, but you're letting these apps steal it away from you. Your precious time and attention. You should be responsible whether or not these apps get your attention, not the other way around. It's not that you're a slave to these apps. These apps should be slaves to you. So in order for you to do that, you need to turn these notifications off. I mean, this isn't even just for social media. I turn my notifications off for everything, bro. Even my messages. If it's super important, they will call me, because you got to realize that all my phone calls go straight to voicemail. If it's seriously that important, they'll leave me a voicemail, or they'll call me right back and I'll actually ring the second time around, right? For the 2 years that I've had my phone on D&D, I've had that happen maybe once or twice, because it's for like practical emergencies, right? So don't think to yourself that, well, what if there's an emergency? What if I need something to happen? Like, if it's an emergency, you'll know it's an emergency, but it's not an emergency most of the time. Turn your notifications off. You don't need them. The second thing you can do is, before you go on the app, ask yourself, why are you going on social media? What is the purpose of me going on to YouTube right now? Am I going to go on there and just mindlessly scroll on these shorts? Because I see this one Andrew Tate short smoking a cigar, talking about how to sell a cigar to people. I just end up entering this trance where I'm just mindlessly scrolling on YouTube shorts for the next 10 minutes. Or am I going on YouTube to specifically search up a problem that I'm having just so I know how to solve it? Am I going on Instagram because I want to go on the explore page and see all the posts that I can just scroll through? Or am I going on here because I want to go DM some important people, DM some girls I've been talking to for the past couple of days? You want to meet, like, you need to have a specific reasoning why you're going on the app. If you want to take it a step further, what I do, like, this is completely optional, but every time I want to use Instagram or YouTube, I will download the app, use it, and then once I'm done with the app, I'll delete the app afterwards. That way, every time I have the idea to go on Instagram, have the idea to go on YouTube, I don't just instantly, like a zombie, just scroll on the app, right? And just like click on it where the app is supposed to be. I search for the app. I realize, wait, I have to download the app. And I think to myself, do I really want to download this app right now? Do I really want to take the 15, 20 seconds it takes to download it, log in and everything? Or can it wait? Do I actually have some other stuff to do? And 9 times out of 10, like most of the time, I won't even download it again. I'll just leave it uninstalled for another day or two. And then I'll go back on the app. 3, do not set time limits. I know this is kind of counterproductive, because there are apps that limit your time. They have time restrictions on how much you could spend on an app. You could spend an hour on Instagram. You could spend like 2 hours on YouTube. But if we're being honest, bro, you're not even going to listen to these time limits. You're going to have that screen pop up on your phone saying you've reached your time limit for Instagram, and you just like bypass it and just put ignore for the rest of the day. And you just continue using Instagram as if nothing happened. So I know you, bro. I know you're not going to actually listen to the time limits, so don't even bother using them. It just shows the lack of self-respect that you have on yourself, that you need to physically set a time limit for yourself because you use the app too much, rather than actually limiting how much time you spend it. Why do you need to get to that time limit to stop using the app? Why not you actually try not to use the app at all? If you use it for like a couple seconds, like a couple minutes during the day, that's cool. But at least you're not reaching the point where you need to physically be told to get off of the app. Do you see why I think the time limits are so stupid? And another thing too, that just feeds off of the other one, unfollow people you don't know. Unfollow all those celebrities, unfollow all these like influencers and stuff that are on that you follow on these apps. YouTubers that you follow that you really don't care about, you just follow them that because they seem kind of cool. Like me, for example, like unfollow me if you want. I really don't care. Actually, don't keep following me. I want the followers. I'm not gonna lie. How much time would you actually save if you only follow the people you know? You only follow your friends and family. You follow random girls, random celebrities, random dudes who you will never ever initiate a conversation with, but you just follow them because you know they follow me back, so I might as well follow them too. And then you end up just filling your feeds with a whole bunch of junk, irrelevant stories you gotta scroll through just to get to stories that you actually care about. It just seems so backwards to me. And so I've just unfollowed all these like random people that I was following, all these celebrities, all these people that I don't really care about, who I don't even talk to, except for like The Weeknd, because I'm a slut for The Weeknd, right? No homo. But I only follow like 30 people on the app, 40 people on the app. What purpose do I have following a bunch of strangers on the app, bro? On like real talk. They're gonna pop up on my explore page anyways. So why do I need to follow them if I'm still gonna see their content? So those are some tips I have for you if you want to keep using social media, but you want to limit the downsides as much as possible, because you shouldn't actually delete social media. You should learn how to use it. And once you learn how to use it, you realize how beneficial social media can actually be for you. And if you're still struggling, you can join Project Human, which is a community I've created for people who are struggling from their addiction, struggling with problems they're dealing with in the real world. And I help them solve it. I help coach them through it. And it's the first thing in the description. So don't delete social media. Learn how to use it.